Yo, what is up, everybody? It is me, Gigi. And what you are feasting your eyes upon right now is something taking note of the century or whatever. I don't even know if that made sense. This is my Beanie Boo collection. Yeah! Wow, it's so amazing, Gigi. You're awesome. Thank you. You're too kind. Basically, I went to the mall not too long ago and we saw a claw machine that had beanies in it. And it reminded me of the collection I had at home. So I was like, hey, why don't I go through the full collection and show y'all what I got? I probably won't go through each of them like separately because as y'all can see, it's like there's a mountain of Beanie Boos right in front of me and that would take forever. But I'll go through them, like if they have a special backstory, then I'll go through them by themselves. But mostly, we're gonna do like different categories to make this go by a lot quicker because it would take way too long if we did them all separately. Okay, let's get started. Now we're gonna start off with this first little cutie right here. Yep, this little guy, his name is Bandit, y'all. We're starting off with him because he's special. He was my first ever beanie product. Yeah, oh my god, okay, that wasn't very special. Okay, let me not throw him. Yeah, he was my first ever beanie product that I collected. Oh my god, he's dead. Anyways, he was my first ever Beanie Boo product I collected. That's why he's special. Technically, he's also a Beanie Baby and not a Beanie Boo. But he's still the first product, so it doesn't really matter that much, does it? Okay, these two are the next ones we're going to look at. These were my actual first Beanie Boos. This is Tori, and this is Patches. So, normally I don't collect Beanie Boos in this size because they're way too big. I can barely fit them in my head, and I'm just not trying to, like, go through all that trouble right now. Thank you very much. But, these were my first actual Beanie Boos that I got when I was like a wee little gachapon going to Kroger to see what I could find. Kroger is nice, but you know, there are lots better places to check than your local grocery store. Okay, now these three right here are very cool. These, from first glance, you can't even really tell that these are Beanie Boo products because the thing is, I don't think the company makes these types anymore. These are really old. Like, I looked it up, and I think these were made around the time Garden View was still open. So, that's crazy. I mean, basically, okay, let me break it down. Me and the Toons, back then, when Garden View was more, let's say active. When Garden View was more active, we would have yard sales, me and the Toons, we would have yard sales with all the stuff to get rid of the stuff that we don't need anymore. And I saw these, I don't know who put them out, but I saw them. And I was like, ooh, these look familiar. I had just started collecting Beanie Boos, so I didn't really know, but they just seemed familiar. So I took them out of the yard sale and put them in my room so we could... Sorry, one of the Toons is one of the Toons is watching TV, I think. Sorry about that. I put them in my collection. I put them in my room, and it turns out I looked them up, and they were Beanie Babies. Really old Beanie Babies, as you can tell by this one's tag. Like, this is like something they used to do a while back. But this is Clubby, this is Stretch, and this is Poopsie. Old Beanie Babies that are just very, very hard to find. But Garden View just so happen to have a few. Alright, we're gonna do something a little different here. Now we have our first actual batch of Beanie Boos that I got. This is Kiki, Lindy, Dottie, Tasha, Gatsby, which we're gonna expound on in a minute, Gilbert, and Penelope. Now Gatsby is special because this is a Barnes & Noble exclusive. And basically some of these Beanie Boos are exclusive, so you can only find them in the place they're sold, and that's it. So, Gatsby was in Barnes & Noble, and I got all of these Beanie Boos from Barnes & Noble at the same time. It's what you could call, a Beanie Boo haul. Now, I haven't gone to Barnes & Noble to look for Beanie Boos in, like, forever, so I should probably get my butt over there and see if they have any more. Like, I asked Brittany to check when she went to go get some books for her book club, but she said they didn't have any. So I'm gonna go look for myself, because either they do have some and she just thinks that I have too many Beanie Boos, or they actually don't have any and she's telling the truth. But whatever. I got these all in a Beanie Boo haul. I got a lot of Beanie Boos. It was a wonderful day. I accidentally skipped these two. Before I went on my Beanie Boo haul, before I went on my epic big boy, or not big boy, big gachapon Beanie Boo haul, I was shopping around at Kroger, getting them tiny little baby gachapon Beanie Boos and stuff. This is Tracy, and this is Precious. Before I did my Barnes & Noble haul, I got these two at Kroger. I don't think it was at the same time, but I did go to Kroger back to back and get these two while they were there, just not at the same time. 2 different trips. But yeah, these are some more Kroger stuff before I went on Barnes & Noble. Alright, is anybody ready to have a little party? I say that because literally a couple weeks after I did my haul at Barnes & Noble, I went to one of the best places on earth to get Beanie Boos. Party City! Okay, let me stop. But seriously, Party City, they have like the best gifts to give your besties. Or if you just want to go and get yourself a little something, which is exactly what I did with all 8 of these Beanie Boos. I was overwhelmed by all the Beanie Boos Party City had. I just could not help myself. What? I didn't steal them. No, I paid for them. I paid for them with cold-hearted cash, bro. I totally didn't take them off the shelves when no one was looking. No. Anyways, this is Waddles, Slush, Duke, Mandy, Patsy, Rainbow, Dexter, and Coconut. I got all of these at the same time from Party City. Next, we have our next 2 big-sized Beanie Boos. Again, I normally don't get these, but, whatever. This is Maddie, and this is Specs. Now, I know that Maddie, I remember she has a special story. She's one of the beanies I got from Kroger, but this is the thing. I actually didn't get her. I didn't even steal her. Which I totally wouldn't have done even if I had the option. Actually, what happened was, when I was like a little bit younger, I was in love with Beanie Boos. I was like, oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, I want to get her. But I didn't have enough money, and I wasn't going to steal her because stealing wasn't something I was into back then. But little did I know, somebody was watching me. It wasn't any of the tunes. It wasn't Dandy. It was a person. And I was glancing around the candles, trying to see which candle to get. And they found me. They walked up to me. They were like, oh, excuse me. And then they just gave her to me. And they were like, God bless you. And they just walked away. Y'all, to God be the glory. I'm just going to say that right now. First of all, that was one of the best days of my life. I almost cried. I wanted to cry, but I didn't want to cry. Because what would y'all think of me if I cried? Anyways, this is Maddie. She was a gift from a stranger. Oh, and I don't even remember how I got Specs. She just so happens to be here. This is Freckles, one of the smaller beanies. As we said earlier, these are Beanie Babies. I normally don't get them, but they're cute enough because these are actually so adorable. I can actually fit them in my head with no problem at all. Basically, me and some of my besties, you know, Connie, Flutter, they're awesome. Shout out to them. They're probably watching this video right now. Freckles, me and Connie and Flutter, we went on a vacation. And I was talking out loud on purpose while we were planning. I was talking because I saw Freckles at Kroger. And I was like, ooh, I can't wait to go to Kroger and get Freckles. Like, I said it very, very audibly. Why? Because I knew dang well one of the tunes was going to hear me. And they were going to get him for me. Sure enough, 3 days later, me, Connie, Flutter got back from vacation. He was right in my room. I knew one of them was gonna get her for me. Get him. I keep saying her. I don't know why I keep mistaking this one's gender. Hey, I don't know which tune got him for me, but whoever that was, shout out to y'all, because you are awesome. With these next 3 Beanie Boos, we are now officially entering a new era of collecting for me. Basically, this I already told y'all about my Barnes& and Noble haul, my Party City haul. Those were like the two places I went. And then there was Kroger. But I got these three beanies from Stars and Strikes. Yes. Literally, I got Frankie on my first try. No, because it's really crazy. Because the only reason I really started collecting at Stars and Strikes is because, hey, you know, I may be good at fingering some things that aren't mine. But you know what else I'm good at? I'm good at gambling. Yeah, I feel like y'all wouldn't believe me if I didn't show y'all that screen or that video. That happened to me my first time I went to Stars and Strikes. It was basically me getting a jackpot on my first try, which basically opened the door for me to get these beanies because they're like really. Stars and Strikes doesn't sell beanies for money, but they sell them for tickets, and you have to get tickets, and you have to get like really lucky to get tickets. And I got really lucky that day. Anyways, this is Frankie. Sorry, this is Frankie, Stompy, and Kiwi. Alright, this is Heather, and this is Harmony. If I'm correct, I think I got these two for my birthday. I'm not sure. My friends got them as an early birthday gift, but they were trying to like hide them from me because they didn't want me to know. And unfortunately, I thought it was just something I should steal because if they gotta keep secrets from me, it must be important, right? And now it's time for our next set of Beanie Boos that I got from Stars and Strikes. At this time, Stars and Strikes was going really crazy with all their Beanie Boos just buying whatever they wanted to and selling whatever they wanted to. Even just like stuff you would never imagine they would sell. I think these two were around the Flippables era of the series. The Flippables are like limited versions of the Beanie Boos that they made that have sequins on them. I don't think they make them anymore. You can see I have some more back there. We'll talk about them later. I don't think they make them anymore, but they're so cool. I can see why they don't make them because they have so many sequins. It would take forever. Anyways, I got all of these from Stars and Strikes. It was very lovely. I got Peyton, Sparkle, Scrappy, Buzzbee, and Elfie. It's kind of funny that I managed to find this one because the tag said this one could be found at Justice, which is like a clothing store for girls. But I didn't find this one at Justice. I found it at Stars and Strikes, which is funny, but okay. Ida. Ew. Now this is Ramsey. We all know Garden View Museum, but do we know Ink Museum? Probably not. Ink Museum is a place that, I don't even know if it's still open. I think it probably is. It's like a museum for kids. It's like a captivating, you know, Garden View is for kids too, though. So I'm not trying to throw shade at Garden View. Garden View is obviously better. But Ink Science Museum, this is where I got Ramsey. I was just browsing around some other museums to see if we could get inspiration, but I ended up picking out something for myself because yes. These are, I think, the last two beanies that I got at Stars and Strikes. Blitz and Tala. So V still has to take me to the arcade. So, you know, if she takes me back to the arcade. Okay, I wouldn't call these Beanie Boos vintage, but they're definitely a lot older than most beanies. Like, these Beanie Boos are special because they have special plain eyes. I don't think they make plain eye Beanie Boos anymore. They normally make the eyes have sparkles in them, as you can see. This one has sparkles in their eye. Most of my Beanie Boos have sparkles. Very few of them have plain eyes without any sparkles. Anyways, I got these at a booth in the mall. Yes, the very same mall that I went to on my video. The booth was called The Animal Shop. I talked about it in my mall video, so I'm not going to say too much. All I'm going to say is there was a guy at that mall. He had a booth called The Animal Shop. He just sold whatever he wanted to. He was selling these at his shop. I didn't buy them at the same time, but I bought them both like in 2 different trips. And he's just not familiar with what should be called rare and what shouldn't be called rare. He didn't know these beanies were rare. I was able to talk him into selling them to me for like less than $5 each. Hey, don't tell anybody though. Don't tell anybody and don't let him find out because No. Okay, these three are kind of funny. I got them from Wish, but you're supposed to go to Great Wolf Lodge to get them. Now, what is Great Wolf Lodge? I think it's like a little fun hotel apartment thing. I don't even know. I've never been to Great Wolf Lodge before. I probably should have gone to Great Wolf Lodge to get these three because if you check the tag says created exclusively for Great Wold Lodge. Like, first of all, how on earth are you up here misspelling the word wolf? Like, child. Oh, never mind. This is probably why I should have gotten them at Great Wolf Lodge and not on Wish, because they're probably like Wish counterfeits or something. Not counterfeits, but they probably just, I don't even know. I guess it's just, I think it has something to do with the fact that I got them from Wish. Anyways, this is Jade, Iris, and Sierra. Yeah. Hey y'all, guess what? With these next 4 Beanie Boos, I entered my Hobby Lobby era. Yup. I did not know that my local Hobby Lobby sold Beanie Boos. And, hey, $5.99? Ooh, they're pretty cheap with it too, honestly. This is Cooper, Giselle, Helena, and Nori. I just noticed they all have unicorn horns. LOL. This is Casey. I got her on Amazon. She had a tag protector too, but I can't remember what I did with it. It's somewhere around here. I'll find it. Okay, now this one's pretty cool. These I got on an eBay haul. Okay, now I know eBay might not be the best place to go because you never know if it's like genuine or not, but this was genuine, and yeah. As you can see, the seller also had some plain-eyed characters. So they were a collector. So yeah. There's Raspberry, Zippy, Root Beer, Igloo, Lala, Safari, Speckles, Zoe, Wishful, Ollie, and Sally. Which is basically Safari, but there's differences. And now I'm going to walk you through this. Professor Gigi now commences the class. Take a look. Purple glittery eyes. Red tush tag. New variation. Plain purple eyes. Purple tush tag. Old variation. How do I know this? It's geometry, my dear friends. What? Elementary, my dear friends? Whatever. Can you just let me be wrong? Honestly, Gigi, it's kind of hard for me to let you be wrong. I got Leanne from Kroger. It was very lovely. This is Trixie, Cashmere, and Dougie. I got them on eBay. It was another haul, but it wasn't as big as the one that we just had. Oh shoot, I also got this little guy on eBay too. Scoops! We can't forget about my little snow baby. Our next 2 are very, very special. It's Hope and Blessings. Let me see. I forget. I think these 2 were part of some type of charity. I'll check the tag. Yeah, these 2 were part of the charity when COVID-19 was like really, really bad. So the company made these 2 to help fund a special place to help them fight against COVID. And that was these 2. Now this one actually has a little actually, we'll talk about it in a bit. You're gonna want to hear this story. These 4, actually, these 5. Let's not forget this one. I kind of almost forgot it, but whatever. There's Sweetiekins, Twigs, Glamour, Piper, and Uni. Now, Uni is a little different because she's a phone case holder, also known as a peekaboo. These are a little line of, these were like little ones, these were like little toys that the company made, and you can put your phone in their case. You can put the phone right here and use them to hold your phone. They can like prop your phone up. It's really fun. Anyways, I got these all on eBay. This one's unfortunately missing its nose. The seller didn't do a good job with him. He messed him up. Remember the guy at the mall I was talking about earlier? I feel like with this Beanie Boo, he might have kind of got revenge. Or he might have gotten worse. This Beanie Boo's name, I'm a Beanie Boo expert so I know, is Gabby. But the tush tag was cut off. And on top of that, if you open the tag, it says Aqua. It says Aqua. Child, now this might not seem weird at first, but if you look at the tag, Aqua is a fish. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. Yeah, when I'm in the reef, I'm a fish. Aqua is a fish, and this is a goat. This is not a fish. Like, child, how do we do this? How do we make these mistakes? What is going on? Whatever. This is Gabby, and I know that because I collect stuff. Now, I think I got these four on eBay at the same time. This is Darling, Lainey, Comet, and North. I think these two are the last big Beanie Boos that I've collected. I haven't gotten any more since. But yeah, these two, as you can kind of sort of tell, are Christmas themed. So I think this was around Christmas time. I don't know. These next three were from online. I do believe it was eBay. Once again, eBay, slay or no slay. You decide. Cora, this is a Claire's exclusive. Austin, which is also a Claire's exclusive. Ellie, which is not a Claire's exclusive. What did you think I was going to say she was? No. This was my next Hobby Lobby haul. Like I said, you're going to want to stick around because my next Hobby Lobby story is kind of crazy. But anyways, we got Bamboo, Spirit, Rosette, Linus, and Jamal. I actually don't remember where I got Barks from. I think I actually found him in the Garden View yard sale a couple months after I found the first few that we talked about earlier. This is Barks, and this is Holly. Justice exclusive. Eyelashes on fleek. It's time for the Hobby Lobby story. This is another Beanie Boo haul. I did it at Hobby Lobby. Now, it might seem casual on the outside, but wait until I show you. Look at this. Look at this. Hobby Lobby was having a sale on Beanie Boos. Like, I've never seen any store do this before. Beanie Boos were only $1.49. That's literally so cheap. It's like a steal, and I don't even have to steal. $1.49. $1.49. $1.49. $1.49. I think the flippables were, yeah, the flippable Waves was $2.49. Waves was a little more expensive, but I don't care. Waves, George, Jamari, which is a custom. I might talk about customs in a bit. I don't know. Chewy, Pixie, Buckley, Rory, another custom. Artemis, another custom. And Silas, another custom. Literally one of the best collecting days of my life. Next up, we've got these beanies from Barnes & Noble. These were some of the last beanies I actually got from Barnes & Noble. They're not the last, because I went one more time. But we got Yips, Raindrop, Rusty, and Gale. These two I ordered online. We got Cassidy and Penny. These three I bought in Kroger. These are like some of the last ones I bought from Kroger. I'm not even gonna lie. I really don't go to Kroger that much, but I probably should, because it's like one of the only places that still sells beanies. Fantasia. This is a slush, but I don't know. It just seemed a bit off. Something just seems a bit weird about him. And this is actually a Abercrombie, a custom. I was, excuse me. I was gonna turn this one into a custom, but it felt kind of awkward, so I didn't. Instead, I just let him stay as he is. He's just an imposter guy. Now, if you haven't learned already, customs, Beanie Boo customs, are basically Beanie Boos that I customize to look special, so they're one of a kind, and only I can have them. One of a kind collection here, ladies and gents. This is not a custom. I don't know why he's here. This is Muddles. This is a custom. That's what I was talking about. This is Lupe. This is the next to last thing we're going to talk about before I end this video. The other Beanie Boos, they either came from the store or they were ordered online, and I simply just don't remember how I got them. But yeah, this is like the last haul I've done at Party City. This is like my most recent haul, but this was like over 2 years ago, so I need to go on another Beanie Boo haul. Maybe we can put that on the bucket list. Anyways, this is Livy, Fiona, Nina, Atlas, Firestorm, which is a custom, Prissy, which is a custom, Skya, which is a custom, Felicity, which is a custom, Sweetie, which is a custom, and June. Brightney, why are you still here? Who is a custom? Brightney, get off my set. Whew, okay. I know you guys don't like hearing me yap. I like to hear myself yap, but it's fine. This is our last category for this video. These are the Beanie Boos that I cannot remember where I got them from. These are just Beanie Boos that I've either collected, I found them online, I got them in the store, but I don't remember how I got them. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this video. Let's go ahead and do this and we'll be done. Oh, I'm tired, sorry. Strawberry, Tabor, Xena, which is basically Zoe, the zebra from earlier, but in flippable form. Noodles, a smaller Duke, I call him Duke Jr. Ari, Opal, Luther, Stilts, Binky, Dangler, Pablo, and Meadow. These are my two most recent Beanie Boos, Pablo and Meadow. Oh, and Luther. Luther is my most recent too. Gilda, Okie, Tiggy, Tony, Trunkles. What is this guy? I don't like that guy at all. I don't like you. Get out of here. And Phoenix. I think that's Agnes, but oh, I never liked that one, especially. Yeah, that guy's weird. Anyways, that's it for this video. Whew, I'm done yapping now. That's my whole collection. Somebody do a quick count and tell me how many I have. I actually don't know. I never counted, and I'm too lazy to go through the whole thing again. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Gigi out. I'll see y'all next video.